Chapter 12, 36. Cultivation itself is enjoyment. Translator, Atlas Studios. Editor, Atlas Studios. Yao Huang's attitude was very firm. Heavenly Lord, Bai Zhu laughed. You don't have to worry about this. Chu Du understands this and has already talked to me. He can concede on this point. That's good. Yao Huang nodded. Both of them talked for a while more. Their chess game was half done. They had wasted enough time. Both immortals flew down from White Heaven. Next, they announced that Yao Huang had won the battle by a slight margin, and this blood battle martial competition ended with the victory of the Huangjin tribes. Chu sect and Baizu tribes' Gu immortals had grim expressions. Only Chu Du was calm. He had expected this. In contrast, the Huangjin tribe Gu immortals were in a joyous mood. The consequences that followed would not be detailed, but the blood battle martial competition that shook Northern Plains' Gu immortal world came to an end. Southern border, giant dream realm, deep in the sea. There was darkness, one could not see their own fingers. Fang Yuan was inside, suffering huge injuries. The pressure of the sea was intense, most importantly around him. There were countless long dragon silhouettes swimming around him vigilantly. These were dragons living in the sea. Each sea dragon had desolate beast-level battle strength. There were hundreds or thousands of sea dragons moving in countless layers. Fang Yuan was currently a rank 6 Gu immortal, but facing this sea dragon group, there was nothing he could do. The most troublesome thing is that I need to kill all of the sea dragons to pass this 9th scene of the dream realm. Fang Yuan smiled bitterly internally. If this was reality, it was unclear what the chances would be for him to break out of the encirclement and try to survive this dangerous situation. But in this dream realm, there were specific rules. If Fang Yuan wanted to break out and survive, the dream realm exploration would fail. Fang Yuan had no way out. To kill these sea dragons, with just my foundation and methods in this dream realm, it is impossible. Thus, if Fang Yuan wanted to pass this, he had only one option available. Immortal killer move Unravel Dream. But there are so many sea dragons. Unravel Dream can be used less than 10 times. It cannot resolve this huge problem. It seems that this scene is the final moment of the dream realm's main character. Fang Yuan gained deep insight. Dream realms had different categories. Most were realistic dream realms. They replicated the life form's experiences in their lives. But there were also few which were rare and peculiar, dream realms that were strange and weird. Fang Yuan was exploring a realistic dream realm, but the severity of the content might be exaggerated compared to the actual event, even though there was some actual scenes that happened before. This Gu immortal was once a combat immortal sect Gu master. He had decent aptitude, but after becoming rank 6, compared to other Gu immortals, he was no longer so amazing. The 10 great ancient sects of Central Continent allocate resources according to sect contribution. This Gu immortal's aptitude was far from exemplary. He did not have great strength or powerful methods. It was hard to get sect contribution points, so he could not get much resources. That was why he went to explore Eastern Sea. In the end, when he passed the regional walls, his immortal aperture's foundation was damaged. Next, he heard some rumors about the immortal Gu House Dragon Palace, and came to this sea area. In the end, he died here from the attacks of the sea dragons. Thinking of this, Fang Yuan made up his mind. He chose to give up. He left this dream realm. Normally speaking, the deeper one gets into the dream realm, the greater their gains after getting past the scene. But Fang Yuan wisely chose to retreat. He withheld his remaining uses of Unravel Dream. He was not going to waste them here for no reason. A moment later, Fang Yuan returned to reality. Using Guts Gu to heal himself, he inspected his own body again. Waterpath Quasi-Grandmaster. His attainment level did not change. He was still a distance away from Grandmaster level. But it was already enough to many of the blessed lands in Citywell, because most of them were rank 6 blessed lands. According to my current situation, it would be best if I could raise all of my attainment levels to at least Master. That way, I would be able to annex any rank 6 blessed land. Even though rank 6 blessed lands have diminishing effect on raising my cultivation level, With enough quantity, the gains are still very prominent, Fang Yuan thought. Next, he entered his own dream realm and refined some dream path mortal goo. Of course, he used some time for deductions as well. These last days, he had an inspiration to fuse the killer moves Myriad Self and Soar Dragon transformation. His deductions were progressing smoothly. Fang Yuan had enough strength path attainment, and his transformation path attainment level was also Grandmaster. The only drawback was that his wisdom path deduction methods were slightly lacking. But it was no problem. Lady White Rabbit came to report to him about the situation of the immortal opportunity business, as well as some information. Fang Yuan sat down on his cushion as he shut his eyes, telling her, "Go ahead and talk. I am listening." Fang Yuan was deducing his own matters while listening to Lady White Rabbit. He was multitasking. A wisdom path grandmaster could do this with ease. Lady White Rabbit talked as she looked at Fang Yuan's face. Deep affection was in her gaze. But to her disappointment, until she finished her report, Fang Yuan did not open his eyes to look at her once. "Okay, you can go now," Fang Yuan said. Lady White Rabbit could only leave slowly while feeling disappointed as she looked at him with a longing gaze. Outside the room, Wuan was waiting long ago. "Lady, this way, please." Wuan's attitude towards Lady White Rabbit was even more polite than before. Lady White Rabbit was allowed to meet Fang Yuan. This showed that he still favored her. Thus, Wuan placed a lot of importance on Lady White Rabbit, because she represented the future of the immortal opportunity business. Lady White Rabbit was a little worried, asking Wuan, "Wuan, does Lord Wu Yihai cultivate like this all the time?" Wuan was stunned. "What do you mean?" Lady White Rabbit sighed in a gloomy tone. "Lord Wu Yihai cultivates really hard. He does not even waste any second of his time. Even when listening to my report, he did not stop cultivating." "Has he always been like this?" Wuan blinked. "Lady, I will speak the truth. Even though I have never watched Lord Wu Yihai cultivate, just a glimpse can tell many things. Lord Wu Yihai might be the most hard-working cultivator I have ever seen in my life. Disregarding anything else, just the fact that he is staying in his room and cultivating without leaving for so long, that would be impossible for me." Lady White Rabbit became even more worried. "Precisely so. I am worried about Lord Wu Yihai. When he cultivates, he truly risks his life. There is a limit to cultivation speed. If he keeps at this, I am afraid he might not be able to endure it, and his mental state would be ruined. Wuan, if you have a chance, you must talk to Lord Wu Yihai, okay?" Wuan thought, "You have met with him more than I have. What can I do?" But he still nodded, acknowledging, "If I get a chance, I will talk to Lord Wu Yihai about this." Fang Yuan analyzed Lady White Rabbit's information. He had a clear grasp of Southern Border's situation all along thanks to this. All in all, Southern Border was still quite peaceful. No. Even though Wu Du-shu died and Wu Clan only had one rank 8 Gu Immortal, Wu Yong left. But this person displayed great battle strength and political methods after taking over Wu Clan. Precisely so, even though Ba Clan, T Clan, and others were watching closely, they had to contain their dark intentions. The situation of the rank 8 Gu Immortals was reflected on Southern Border in many aspects. The situation at the Super Gu formation was still calm. The immortal opportunity business was ongoing. Gu Immortals benefited and profited secretly. They were very happy. There were also Gu Immortals who did not participate, simply looking on from afar. The Northern Plains blood battle martial competition has ended. Chu Sect became Chu Tribe. Baizu Tribe was preserved, while the Huangjin tribes won and gained a lot of cultivation resources. This way, Northern Plains is also stabilizing. Eastern Sea, Western Desert, and Central Continent have little information available. Most of them are obtained from Treasure Yellow Heaven. I only have a vague idea, but they are also relatively peaceful now. In truth, a peaceful state was most common in the 5 regions. Who would go ahead and fight to the death if a peaceful life was available? Northern Plains chaos was thanks to Fang Yuan. He destroyed 88 True Yang building, and in addition to Shadow Sect schemes, a terrifying situation was created. Only in the 5 regions, chaotic war did the 5 regions go into chaos. All sorts of order was torn down. Fighting to become Gu immortal was the main trend. The current situation was very calm. This was best for Fang Yuan. He entered his own dream realm, refining his dream path, mortal Gu. Amidst green and verdant mountains, the merchant caravan was temporarily resting at the base of a mountain. Boom! Moonlight curved in the air agilely, moving past a rock ahead and hitting the tree branch behind it accurately. Immediately, wood shavings were sliced off. The thin branch was nearly cut down by the moonlight. After practicing for so many days, I finally succeeded. Fang Yuan was covered in sweat. He felt immense joy. Lad, not bad, huh? Gu Master Big Beard walked towards Fang Yuan. Uncle Beard, thanks for teaching me this. Fang Yuan gave a wide smile. He showed his white teeth as he smiled. He was a bright and joyful lad. Gu Master. Big Beard was almost blinded by his shining aura. He blinked as he asked in confusion. Normal people would only be able to go through such intense training for a week or so, but you woke up early and slept late. You would cultivate so long as you had the time. After a month, your enthusiasm has not faded yet. Is this boring cultivation process really so interesting? Fang Yuan clenched his fists. His eyes were shining like the stars in the sky. Of course, uncle. Don't you find it amazing and incredible? A person can unleash incredible attacks with a wave of their hand. Cultivation itself is a very enjoyable thing.